Look at that, there's flies everywhere. Get out of my truck! Guys, we're starting this video out a little bit differently today. For those of you who don't like the truck ride to the location, congratulations, you're in luck because we're already on location. And what I want to do is I want to introduce this little guy right here. See, this is a true beginner drone. It says so right there. It says it on the box. I don't know, did I point at it? We were contacted by a company called Ameta. They sent us this S20 Lite Beginner drone, and they wanted to get our impressions because they know how simple-minded I am, and they've got a Christmas special coming up. If you're a fan of the Mini Killer series, then you're in luck because I weighed this, and guess what? It's like 150 grams. So let's do this. I'm gonna save some diesel. Let's go to the back of the truck and do the unboxing. Do you guys even like watching unboxing videos? I'm not really a fan of them either. I wanted to show you guys this little setup I got too. This is how we're gonna view, or this is how we're gonna record the video today. I'm gonna put the GoPro up here on this little hat camera. I know it's kind of goofy, but I think it's gonna work. Oh, watch this. It's like in slow motion. I installed one of these damper shocks on my tailgate. I had no idea what I've been missing out on. So here we go. We've got the Ameta S20 Lite out of the truck. Let's get them out of the box. It comes in this really cool case here. It's really small, but it comes with its own little case, and it says Ameta on top of it. I kind of like that name, Ameta. I think we need to name this drone Amanda. Amanda the Ameta. How's that? Anyway, let's pop it open and see what we got. So if you open, whoops, everything fell out. If you open up this box, not everything should fall out, but it will. But this is what you got. It doesn't come with that GoPro battery right there. I put that in there myself. But it comes with the drone. It comes with the controller. And it comes with 2 batteries. And apparently these batteries are extended flight batteries. And I think you can get 18 minutes per battery out of each. And then it comes with this charging cord. That's pretty cool. An A to a C charging cord. And then your book of instructions. And some goodies. It's got a thing of extra props and a screwdriver. And one thing about this controller, on the back of it here, if you guys can see this, it's not a rechargeable controller. You got to use 3 AA or AAA batteries, and you got to take that screw out. And the screwdriver that they provide, that's in this little pouch here, fits that screw. I think this drone is going to be a lot of fun to fly, but I've got to check the Air Data app because this morning I looked at it when I first got up. I'm telling you what, we're looking at some pretty bad conditions right now. Right now it's 11:55, and it's saying that at 12 o'clock we're going to have, what are we going to have here? We're going to have gusts, I don't know, I can't see. We're going to have gusts at 28 miles an hour at ground level, and also we're going to have sustained winds at 16. So that's in 5 minutes. I don't think I'm going to beat that deadline. Let me get a battery in here and show you guys how easy it is to get the battery in. So it's labels up just like any other drone that we have except for last week's drone. And you just shove it in there and it clicks right in. I'm going to open up these legs here. I keep pushing that button and show you guys what it looks like. That's a really cool looking little drone, isn't it? Now, again, this is another one of those drones that is a beginner drone that does not have a gimbal. This is a fixed camera. Actually, it's not fixed. It goes up and down. Let me pull it up to the microphone. You can hear the motor whenever you move the camera. So it's like a one-axis camera. I guess this is one axis, right? Well, on the side here, is your place for your SD card, and it'll accept up to a 128 gigabyte U3 card because this is supposed to be 4K footage. I think the footage that it transmits to your phone on the app is only 720, but the footage that comes off the card, I think maybe it's just the pictures, but it's supposed to be 4K. On the side of the box here, it says it's easy to use, so that's good for me. But this type of drone, you don't want to fly it out of your sight by any means because it's just a Wi-Fi based controller, and also there's no GPS on this. This is strictly fly and go type of drone. It does have an optical flow sensor at the bottom here. That's your little antenna, I guess, that communicates between the drone and the controller. But that's your flow sensor right there. And this is what keeps it steady in the air so it knows not to just float away. Now it might float away in today's wind. We'll have to test that out. But it's got some really cool features. One of the really neat features that ouch, I just got bit by an ant. Anyway, one of the features that I really want to test out is this thing does flips. I've never had a drone that did flips before. Well, the controller here, now understand again, this is a beginner drone, so the controller is not the best quality, but it still feels like it's really sturdy to me. And you can pull out these little grips down here to give you a different feel. But also what it does is whenever the phone's in here, it's kind of heavy. So it gives you a little bit more, I guess, anchor in your hand, in your grip. So look at all these little buttons that it's got. It's got a stop button because If you get into a mess and you need to stop the propellers, you can hit stop and the drone will just immediately, the motors will quit and the drone will fall. I have seen a couple of review videos on this, and one thing about the app is it doesn't have a display of distance, height, and all that stuff. It's all kind of by eye. And also it doesn't have return to home, because this isn't a GPS drone. This is just, like I said, you turn it on. It doesn't have to connect to the GPS satellite locks. So you just turn it on and you can, as soon as it connects, you can fly it. Well, let's do this. I know that you guys recognize this spot. You recognize the culvert that's there. But we're gonna go on the other side of this culvert and we're gonna get a landing pad set up. I don't know if you guys can see. We're gonna get a landing pad set up over there, and I'm gonna pace off 200 meters and we're gonna see if we can go to that 200 meter mark. Look at that bird. Birds around here are so big. Look at this. This is all the equipment I've got with me with the exception of the camera. Oh, I need to get my head thing. I gotta get all gussied up here. It's hard getting ready for this stuff. If we can count 70 paces from here to over there, then that's gonna be 200 meters. So we're gonna see if we can really get, a legit 200 meters out of this drone in distance. I really don't think it's gonna happen, but what do I know? All right, 70 steps. Now you know me, I'm an overachiever. So I went 90 paces instead of 70. But does that look like 200 meters to you? It might look like a further distance in the camera, but to me it doesn't look like anywhere close to 200 meters. I know a meter is bigger than a yard. Let's go another 30 paces. Now that seems more like it to me. The wind where I'm sitting at right now is even stronger than it was up there. Look at this. This drone might have some problems today. Oh, I'm old. Well, I got the drone set up over there on the pad, and I got the phone and the controller, and look how secure that is. That's not gonna fall out of there at all. And there's no need to take it out of the case because I don't have a cable to put into the port there. So, whoops. Well, where'd this guy come from? We're not in any flight area. He's low. Well, there's 3 different ways that you can start this drone. You can pinch the sticks down and in, you can or pull the sticks down and out, or you can hit the auto launch button right here, which is on the drone. And I'm gonna hit the auto launch button on the drone first, and it's gonna raise up to its, I guess, optimal level to where it can get its stability maybe. Even though it doesn't have GPS, it still has to sit there for a second, I think, to get its composure. And man, we just got a really big gust of wind come through here. That's a rock, so you probably can't tell, but it's windy. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to just get the drone up in the air. I don't have the app on yet. I just want to fly with the controller for now. But I just want to hit that launch and land button, and we're going to see her take off. I think you got to hold the button down. Oh, do I have to turn the controller on, or is the controller already on? You know what? I got to turn the drone on. Oh man, there's always something with me. So hold the power button down and all those lights will come on. We'll start this little song. And, oh, the power button is right here on the controller in the middle. So you hold this controller button down, it'll start beeping. And it says it can take a little bit of time to connect to the drone. But once it connects to the drone, then you're good to fly. And my understanding is once it connects, all of these lights turn solid, and it looks like it already did. So it looks to me like this drone is connected to the controller. So I'm gonna set this controller back over there. We're gonna try this again. How do you forget to turn the drone on? Can you guys see the trees moving now? We missed that 12 o'clock deadline and they were right, the wind picked up. I just gotta be ready for a quick landing. So I'm gonna hit this launch and land button right here. You gotta hold it down for a few seconds, it'll raise up. It raises up all by itself. So is it still in the camera view? So that doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's really stable considering that it's not a GPS drone. Now it's kind of moving down and back a little bit, but it still looks to me like it's going to be a pretty stable drone, at least sitting here in this little gusty wind conditions. Not bad. Let's take a little walk around it and see what it looks like in the camera. Looks like it's trying to lead me. It's actually following me. I think the wind is pushing it, but the wind is in my face right now, so it's at its back. But that's not a bad looking drone, guys. I can't believe that it's not GPS. Let's test the land feature now. So let me pull it back a little bit. I'm just gonna land it or pull the stick down and watch it land. Now it landed pretty hard. I wanna get the camera up here so we can lift it off and we can watch it fly and see how maneuverable it is. All right guys, I got the camera up on my hat here. I'm not really sure how good this video is gonna be because I can't tell where the camera's pointing. I've never used this thing before, so this is kind of a trial by error maybe. I'll hold the controller up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me pull the sticks together this time. Pull the sticks together, the motors start up. I'm just gonna pull the stick up and we'll get it to just sit there and hover for a second. It's again holding its position rather well for a drone that is not GPS related. I just stepped on everything. I just stepped on all my stuff. I think I crushed it. You guys see that? Now I got the GoPro battery out of the box. But he's starting to sink a little bit. I'm raising him back up in the air here. We're just going to fly forward here and see how easy he is to fly. Now he's going to be fighting the wind coming back. So let me turn to the right here and see if he can come straight back to us. He's starting to sink. Let me raise him up. I don't know if you guys can even see him in the camera there. I don't want to get too high above the trees. Oh, there he is. He's coming back to us. I was a little disoriented with his direction of travel. So there he is. He's flying right past us. He seems pretty maneuverable, honestly, when it comes to the sticks, but the wind is pushing him backwards. Look at this. I'm not touching the sticks at all. And look how much he's moving backwards with this wind. Man, this is nerve-wracking. All right, so let me lower him down to the ground a little bit so we can get a little bit of clearance from the wind here. Oh, he's being pushed that way now. That wind is strong. Oh, wow. All right, let me get him landed, and we're going to turn on the app, and we're going to fly him with that. But real quick, let's just fly backwards. You guys can see him fly past me. He's in speed mode number 1 right now. I'm going to lower him down a little bit. There's a lot of marsh over there where he's heading to. But yeah, that first time I think he was going into the woods. But this isn't a bad looking drone at all. Here we go. Yeah. I would turn him, but I'm kind of afraid that he's going to go over that marsh again. All right, now he's coming straight back to us. Let's see him fly right over our heads. Look at that. Heck yeah. That's cool. All right, good deal. Let me get him landed, and we're going to get this app up, and we're going to figure out how his camera is. All right, buddy, just get up here to the, I wonder if I need to get into sport mode, because he's basically stopped. Boy, why is he going backwards? So I'm pulling a stick forward, and he stopped, and now he's flying straight backwards. That wind must be really bad. All right, let's get him landed. There you go. All right, good job for now. So I've gone to the Wi-Fi section and I connected to the Ameta app. And now I'm going to get out of that. It says that there's no internet, but that's okay. I don't have internet on this phone. We'll pull the Ameta app back up and we'll hit start. And it should take us straight to the, yep, we got a good FPV feed. Look at that. On the right-hand side of the controller is where the gimbal sticks are. It's right over here. So I'm going to pull the gimbal up. I think it's up as high as it'll go. I'll push it down. Yeah, it goes down by clicks. It's not a smooth transition as far as the gimbal going up and down. All right, let me turn him back around here, and we're going to take off, and we're going to see exactly what this drone has. Well, before we do that, let's look at the screen here. Now, it's supposed to have a couple of smart features, like a circle flight, and it's supposed to have some sort of a telemetry thing. I guess I can't touch that until the drone's up in the air. But I'll touch the 3 dots here. Beginner mode is on, so I'm going to turn that off because I want to go as far as it'll go, which is max altitude of 164 feet, which we're not going to go that far. We'll go over to control. And it's cool because it says that it's in Imperial, which I didn't think it had a display on that. So we'll have to look at the app and see if there is a display. There's the camera. It's 2K 30 frames per second. The photo resolution is 4K. And the FPV feed is 720. So I'm going to, oh, it's already got the little icon there for the little cross in the middle too selected. Burst mode off. I'm not sure what that is. TF card. There, I got a 32 gigabyte card in it. I want to format that card, and we'll get it to working right. But let me go ahead and pull the sticks together. We'll get them started, get them up in the air. And this is what the view from the screen looks like. It doesn't look too bad, it's awfully shaky. Look how blue the sky is. But I've got to really keep my eyes on this drone because he's moving with the wind so bad. But honestly, look at how blue the sky is, that's awesome. I don't think the sky is that blue in real life. So the colors might be off a little bit, but he's hovering, or she's hovering. Her name's Amanda, I keep forgetting that it's a she. All right, so one thing I wanted to look at here was I wanted to look at the smart feature. So you hit that little square. The only thing that it shows is circle fly. So it's supposed to have some sort of a telemetry or some sort of a waypoint option as well. I'm moving the drone myself because the wind is kind of taking it. But it's supposed to have some sort of a waypoint option, but I can't seem to locate it on the drone or the sticks here, or on the controller. So I've already got the 3 dots covered. It's got all these different things up top. It's got camera, video. I guess that's your picture album. That's the speed, I think maybe. Is that a speed button? I'm not sure what that is. I'm trying to push that button directly in the middle of the screen and it's not it's not doing anything for me. And then there's that, it's got hand gestures, and then I don't know what that compass thing is there either. But I don't see anywhere on here where it shows you the distance. So let's do this. Let me just fly forward here, and we'll watch the camera feed and see how good the camera feed is, because we know it's not going to be great because this is a beginner drone and there's no gimbal. So I'm in slow speed right now. I'm just going to turn the, oh, he's flying away. I got to sink him because he's going to fly away. He just caught the wind and crashed. That wasn't good. He was fixing to go straight into the woods. He must have caught a really big gust of wind there, or she. How about we call him Jim? Are you okay, buddy? That was a pretty hard hit. All right, I think we're connected. Everything is solid. Yep, everything's solid here. So let's do this. Let's get him back up in the air. As the screen froze? Yeah, the FPV screen's froze, so I'm gonna have to restart this. Oh, here we go. Weak Wi-Fi signal. He's sitting right there, guys. Look how close he is to the controller, and it said weak Wi-Fi signal. Wonder if his antenna got broke. Let's look on the bottom. No, the antenna's still there. I'm kind of afraid we're gonna lose this drone today. All right, well, the wind has died down a little bit. Let's get him back up in the air. We'll get him started. And I just wanna, you know what I wanna do? I wanna turn him towards us. Come on, man, settle down. Don't be doing this to me. I just want to have him look at us, because one thing I want to test before I do lose this drone is I want to test the flip function. So you hit this flip button right here, and then you just, there you go, look at that. You got to hit the flip button again to do it again. I'm going to go forward. Like, he can do forward flips. He's kind of losing his spot there, his location. Let me go back to the right here, pull forward and come up, because he's kind of sunk a little bit. Let's try this one more time. We're going to do a backwards flip. So you hit that button, pull the stick back, and he does a flip. That is cool. Good deal. You're not such a bad little toy drone, are you there, Jim? So do you prefer Jim? Me too. It's easier to remember. Let's go straight forward and see if we can get this 200-meter thing, and we'll see how far we can go. If we can make it all the way up to that, oh, look at him sinking. Look at him sinking. Now he's kind of frozen. If we can go 200 meters, or if we can make it all the way up to that culvert, then we're going to be 200 meters away. I'm going to keep him low to the ground too, because I've got the stick facing straight forward. Look at this, and he's flying backwards because he's having so much trouble with the wind. How about this? Let's go into sport mode. Or I hit sport mode in the controller. He's sinking, but I'm going to go left here and see if we can go forward into this wind, because the wind is a lot stronger, I think, than it seems. Now he's actually moving pretty fast. Oh, he's sinking. Uh-oh. I gotta crash. I crashed him again. Now I gotta take the walk of shame again, because I am a horrible drone pilot. Well, there he is. Looks like his leg bent forward a little bit. Let me pick him up and brush him off. Pull his leg back. He's no worse for the wear. He does have a piece of grass or something in his camera. If we flew from up here down to there, there's more of an area for me to crash land. So I'm going to do that. Oh, he'd be flying with the wind. That's good. Then I can just land him over there by the landing pad. Maybe. All right, Jim, we're going to give you another chance here, but you're going to be flying with the wind this time. So you should be able to make it down there. Just try to keep it straight. Every time he crashes, I've got to redo this. And I'm going to turn him back on, let him sit there, and get reconnected. There we go. Now we're connected. All right, so I got control of the gimbal. I'm gonna get him started. I'm gonna just hit the sticks together. Let me pull the sticks out this time. See if it'll, yeah, it starts it up. All right, so real quick, we're just gonna let him sit there for a second, get his bearings, back him up towards us. And we're gonna try to fly 200 meters down that way towards the landing pad. And hopefully, if we crash, we can find him. But there is a Find My Drone feature on this too. I'll show you that as well. Right, so let me just fly straight forward here. And we're gonna just, as soon as we get down there to the landing pad, I'm gonna land him. I'm not gonna play with it. But yeah, he's looking good though. He's got his, he's going straight now. Now that he's not fighting the wind, he's going perfectly straight. Let me keep going straight forward. I kind of let off the stick here. And I think that we're there. Let me pull to the right. Let me pull down so I can land him. Oh, we're just a little bit shy of the, we're a little bit shy of the thing there. It looks like we lost connection. Let me start him up again. Oh, I can't start him because I guess we've lost connection. Well guys, he made it pretty much all the way down there, maybe short about 20 feet. I don't know why I landed him so quick. I should have probably just kept going, but my depth perception was off. They say 200-meter transmission. I think they mean 200-meter transmission. I gotta get the GoPro battery changed out. Give me just a second. I put Jim back on the landing pad, but I just realized this. I don't really see, is this the battery for the drone? Because I've been flying for a while, or the drone's been on for quite a while, and his battery is showing that it's still half full. All right, I'll be right back. There, I'm back. It's almost like I never left. All right, so we got the drone reconnected to the controller. The camera's again connected to the drone. It's just a big circle thing or triangle thing here. But let's get them started. I wanna try the auto kill, the stop button here. I wanna kill the motors whenever I'm having problems in the air. So let's get him up in the air, and we're gonna pretend, actually we're not gonna pretend because it looks like his motor is broke. Is he gonna fly? If you guys can see this in the screen, he's only got 3 of his propellers going. I wonder what the deal is with that. Let's see if we can get him up. He ain't even gonna lift up. All right, well, let me turn him off and see what the problem is. All right, we'll try this again. The motor in the right front was stuck, so I just kind of forced it and it moved. So we'll see if it will work. So let me pull the sticks together again. Hey, look, it started. That's cool. Let me get him up in the air. Is he gonna raise up? He sure is. All right, so we're gonna get him up a little bit farther because in order to use this stop button, you've got to have him up like 15 feet. Well, I mean, you've got to have him lower than 5 meters, but I want to do it from a little bit higher. So we're over the grass. So let's pretend that we're having problems with the wind. Well, we kind of are right now because look at him, he's kind of moving around. But let me pull this stop thing, or let me hit the stop button, and we're just going to watch him fall out of the sky. Come on. Oh, he did a nosedive. That wasn't good. I think he's all dirty now. Dang, Jim, you hit hard, buddy. Look at this. He's got grass in his thing, but look at his arms. Two of his arms flipped, one backwards and one forward. Probably not a smart thing to do, but I had to test it, right? You know, one last thing that I want to test is I want to put a remote ID module on this and see if it changes the maneuverability at all, because with this wind that we've had enough problems with maneuverability. But in order to fly commercially, you've got to have a remote ID on your drone. So let's add a remote ID module to the drone and see what that does. I'm just going to test it with a couple of the flips because the flips are my favorite part. I know this is probably wrong, but I'm going to put the Velcro piece right there over the light. Then I'm going to put the remote ID module right on top of that. And I'm going to have the drone close to me, so if this thing falls off, I should be able to find it. All right, so we're back on the FPV screen. Let me get him started and get him up in the air, if he can even lift this thing up. Look at that. He did. He was able to lift it up. So he's got a tow capacity, for lack of better terms. So let me go just a little bit higher here, get him in the view of the camera that's on my head. I'm going to hit the flip button. Whoa, what's that? I just hit the circle button. I screwed that up, didn't I? I don't know if I like that very much. The flip button's on the bottom. So let's hit the flip button and we'll do a back flip. And he did it. He did it with no problem at all. He started to move to the right there with the wind, but he did it without any problem. Let me get him lower to the ground because the wind is starting to take him. Look at him. Look at the wind taking him. Look at that. Oh, he's just flipped over and crashed. One thing I can say about you is you have a very tough skin. The last feature that I want to show you guys is the Find My Drone feature, which I'm glad that it's equipped with that because you're going to lose this drone from time to time. Now, the way that you activate it is all you got to do is hit these two buttons together. I think it's for 3 seconds, the auto launch and the stop button. You hold it for 3 seconds and it'll start making an audible noise. Is it going to do it? There we go. So that's the noise that you're going to hear if you lose your drone and you activate the Find My Drone feature, and that's pretty loud. DJI needs to implement something like this because that's kind of annoying and it's very easy to detect. The DJI drones, their little beep that they've got for the Find My Drone feature, it's really quiet. They could learn something from this drone right here. How long can we listen to that? Well, guys, I want to get everything packed up here. I don't even know how to shut that off. So you got to hold the button down again. There we go. All right, that deactivated it. Well, I'm going to get everything shut down here and packed up. We're going to get to the truck and we'll have a conclusion here. Well, guys, how do you think that went? Yeah, it went. It could have gone better, but man, the wind was just brutal for this thing. You know what that proves to me? I think that this drone, since it's not a GPS drone and it's a beginner drone, as the box so specifically says, I think this drone will be a lot of fun inside. Even if you don't agree with me that this drone was a lot of fun to fly, you've got to agree with me that everything worked on it. The launch and land button worked. The flight worked, the 200 meters worked, the Kill My Drone or the Kill My Motor drone feature worked, the Find My Drone feature works. Everything that they've implemented on this works properly. It's just it needs better wind resistance. Well, I want to thank Ameta for sending this drone to us to test it out. If you guys are interested in finding more information about this drone, make sure that you click on the link in the description. They may have also sent us a discount code, so look out for that. Well guys, as always, I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week. God bless.